Tom Aspinall is holding up the heavyweight division. He has been the interim champion for 535 days. I think we need to strip him, get to a point where we can move on with the heavyweight division. He's holding up the careers of Volkov, Almeida. There's a whole bunch of people going. I'm just kidding. That's obviously a joke. But what isn't a joke here is the fact that Tom Aspinall has been the interim champion for 530. There are a few things I want to cover in today's video. The bulk of the discourse probably being the fact that this photo on your screen is real. But the first thing I want to talk about is the biggest comeback in combat sports history.
This is the biggest comeback in sports history.
Conor McGregor is back. Look at him knocking out this guy in the club. Fight Michael Chandler if you want to fight people. This guy, I mean, the cocaine, Paddy Pimblett beat the fuck out of Michael Chandler. Like, maybe he has a fair shot here. But the fact that he's just going around clubs and knocking out motherfuckers, ridiculous. Anyway, McGregor's back. McGregor fast. McGregor sleep. McGregor knock out innocent man in Ibiza. The other day, my roommate texted me if I did the dishes in the sink, and I just sent him this picture. They naturally wondered what the hell this meant. I let them know they're washed. Louisiana's own Dustin Poirier says he's going to walk out with Lil Wayne for his retirement fight in Louisiana. I'm not saying this is going to lead me to pick Max Holloway. However, one can only pray that Lil Wayne's washed live performances don't transfer into a Dustin Poirier washed live performance. The lights dim. Max Holloway is pacing around the octagon. Out comes Dustin Poirier with Lil Wayne.
What though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Rock at the door. I'm blown, bro. Aiming at the head like a buffalo.
I mean, like, this would unlock me immediately. I wish the best for this legend. Hopefully Lil Wayne gets his shit together. Last thing before we get into the recent Dana White and Jon Jones interviews. Dana White states if Movsar can get a victory against Pico, he will likely be the next contender for a title against Alexander Volkanovski. What? First off, this just confirms we're getting Yair Rodriguez, Alexander Volkanovski too. God forbid Yair wins and we have to do the trilogy, because I know for a fact if Yair wins, Mobstar's going to have to fight someone fucking else and continue to dance around Dana's dungeon. I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. Not only should Mobstar just be fighting Alexander Volkanovski next, the fact that he's likely the next contender is fucking insane. I said in my last video we're like 5% back. I couldn't have been more optimistic. We're fucked. With those anecdotes out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the meat potatoes of this video. Dana White recently joined Jim Rome to discuss the status of the UFC and specifically Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And then Jon Jones joined the Nelk Boys to discuss the future of the UFC. I mean, woohoo, MMA journalism. Let's go.
Jon Jones has never turned down an opponent here or been afraid to fight anybody.
We're only 5 seconds in, but I want to stop him. Whether it's because he's on a motorcycle or not, Jon Jones was definitely scared of Francis Ngannou, and I don't even need to talk about what's going on with this fella on the right. With that bullshit out of the way, let's see how this continues.
So if, for instance, he doesn't fight this guy?
The interim heavyweight champion, by the way, is this guy they're talking about. You know, the guy that needs to unify the belts. Anyway.
Who would you like to see him fight?
What do you...
Or are you going to wait until he fights this guy?
I don't know. We'll see how this thing plays out over the...
I'm pissed.
Yeah, if we can't get this fight done, we'll move on quickly.
Quickly. If we can't get this fight done, we're going to move on quickly. It only took us 535 days to get some fire under our ass. Let me guess what this quickly is going to be. Probably like 60 fucking days so they can have the go to the sport. I mean, that's what this is. Dana White wants his Michael Jordan, right? The UFC wants their undisputed GOAT that people can chase. So by making him dodge Tom Aspinall, they're going to have that because Jon Jones can't get fucking flatlined in his last UFC fight. But yeah, we're going to move quickly. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if Jon passes Kane before they make anything happen.
Well,
I mean, how long is it worth waiting for?
I said a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah, we'll have answers in the next couple weeks.
How long is quickly? A couple weeks. What is a couple weeks? Let's think about what a couple means. 2? 14 days. Interesting. We're going to have something done in the next couple of weeks. I hate this bald motherfucker. But don't worry. I think we're going to have an answer sooner than these couple of weeks. You want to know why? Because Jon Jones just recently sat down with other women respecters, the Nelk Boys.
Is Jon Jones retired? Is
Yeah, strip him. I mean, like, I don't even know why they're asking this question.
he fighting again?
I don't want to say that I'm retired because fighting's in my blood. Right now, I could really care less about fighting.
Motherfucker, it's your job! Hey, are you coming into work today? No, I could care less. Oh, it's crazy. Islam wanted to move up to welterweight. What did they do? Stripped him. Poirier wants to move up to lightweight. What do they do? Strip him. Jon Jones wants to straddle men in Thailand. What do they do? Let him go on Nelk Boys podcast and jack. Let's keep going.
I've been doing it my whole life at a very high level. And when the itch comes back, and if it comes back,
Look at this guy back here, bird watching. Oh, look, a duck.
then I'll do it with my whole heart. I'll do it to the best of my abilities. But right now, I look around and I realize what's true, what's real. I see the way people look at me and the way I make people feel. And it's an extraordinary thing. It's a true blessing. Now my job is to serve that, give that to my fans.
No. Your job is to fight the number one contender because you're the champion of the heavyweight division. He's had the interim belt for 500 fucking days.
Be reachable, touchable. Let them know what I have inside. That's who I am right now. I've punched and kicked enough people.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like he's fucking scared. I mean, that's... But don't forget...
Jon Jones has never turned down an opponent here or been afraid to fight anybody.
You know what? I feel in my soul that I don't want to fight anymore. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like you're fucking afraid of somebody. I just can't believe this is the state the UFC is currently in. We're going to move quickly. We'll have the answer in a few weeks. I have the answer right now. Strip him. He's not fighting Tom. Which sucks. I'm never going to get to see Jon Jones flatlined on the fucking canvas. We're wasting Tom Aspinall. 2025 is the worst time to be a UFC fan literally ever. I couldn't imagine trying to get into the sport right now. Like how do you explain to a non-UFC fan that the interim champion has been the interim champion for 535 days because the quote-unquote GOAT of the sport is scared of him? UFC is supposed to be full of killers, man. We're supposed to get all the good fights. This shit's turning into boxing. I'm pissed.